Hey everybody, shalom. Welcome back to my Mocha Modesty channel. It is King Brittany Chanel. The king is the descendant and a ruler of a divine race. So shalom to the 12 tribes of Yasharal. Shalom to y'all. And hey to all the Gentiles that are following after righteousness. So there's a viral video going around where there is a young lady in the video. She's talking about why men marry plain Jane women over pretty girls, right? Y'all remember some of y'all that watched me, I talked about pretty privilege and that sort of thing. But we have to realize this. Are you pretty to whose standard, right? And what does Abaya say about this whole situation? Because Abaya answered this young lady's question that she's asking in Torah. Right? I believe it's Jeremiah 4:30 where he answered this. He talked about, because in the video, which I'm gonna play what the young lady is saying first, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. So I'm gonna play what she's saying, and then let's play what she's saying.
I just want to say this because this really been on my mind lately. I have nothing against the plain Jane females, and what I mean by that, like the females who doesn't go out, the female who doesn't like get their makeup done, the female who doesn't really get their hair done often, the plain Jane females, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have nothing against y'all, but why is it so hard for us pretty girls to come across a decent guy? It just seemed like all the guys, the good guys, always like cuff the plain Jane females. And I feel like, us pretty girls, and I'm not calling the plain Jane females ugly. I'm just saying like the pretty girls that's extra, you know, we love to dress up, we love fashion, we love keeping our nails and our hair done.
Okay, so in her video, she is talking about how it seems that men are more so going for the plain Jane women, the women that don't really get their hair done, the women that don't really wear makeup or wear the nails. And I told you guys this in other videos that all of that stuff that she mentioned, like, or that she has on, she has the human hair extensions, the lace wig, the lashes, the nails, all of that stuff I told you guys in prior videos comes from the marine kingdom, and there's different spiritual implications for that. Like I talked to you guys about how some of that hair is sacrificial, and is sacrificed unto other gods. And so all of that ties into why men will not choose certain women for marriage. I know a lot of women are like, wow, how is that? It's just hair, it's just nails, it's just this. And I've taken the liberty to watch different men's perspectives on what she's saying. And most men from their videos via my research, they the one commonality that they said is that they would just have fun with these women that present in this way, and that they would also view the woman as insecure, and it would make her a target for games to be played. Because she mentioned herself from the clip that, it seems like maybe guys are kind of scared of her or intimidated. It's not that they're scared or intimidated. It comes off to a lot of men as high maintenance. There's different, like I said, if you notice, women, when they have the wigs on and the hair and the stuff, they start getting into that diva-esque type of personality. There's a personality change because there's possession going on. And I'm not, like I said, you guys, I'm not here to condemn people who wear wigs, extensions, and the rest of this stuff, because like I said, we live in Babylon. These are ways of beautification that are taught. But a lot of this stuff is, like I said, it's meant to be rituals unto other Elohims, with other, I'm not going to call it Elohims, other deities, because we're only commanded to serve Elohim, the one true Elohim, which is Yahuwah, right? Yahweh. So he says he's a jealous Elohim. He's not going for you committing spiritual fornication with other deities. And so there's certain punishments that come with that. Now with the beautification, the makeup, in Jeremiah, I believe it's 4:30, it talks about how women who, they put the crimson on and they do all of that stuff, is going to be in vain. And it says your lovers will despise thee. So Abba Yah is already telling the women who are similar to this lady that you're going to do all of this to think that you're beautiful, and it's going to cause your lovers to despise thee. And what do you see men complain about the most? They complain about the weave. They call them hair-hatted hooligans and all of this stuff. This stuff, I'm not saying this stuff to make fun of any women, because like I said, I have empathy for certain women because certain women experience stuff like alopecia. Some women are experiencing hair loss and all kind of stuff, and that's why they are choosing to wear wigs and weaves. The important part is that you know the spiritual implications of that. These women in different places like India, they are going to their sacrificial temples to sacrifice to these other deities, and they are shaving off their hair. Shaving off their hair to cast their burdens unto their gods. So what happens is the women that are kind of, in participation on this side, where they're just like, oh, I'm, the $1 trillion beauty industry, most of these women are Israelite women or Negro women that are buying this hair. They want a husband, they want to be married, they want, prosperity, and they're not realizing that when you put somebody else's DNA or burdens, that DNA is now communicating with your DNA, and you're putting their burdens on your head, your crown. So that is causing men to view you different. It could be causing the makeup, could be causing a veil to be placed on your face, where men are not viewing you how they should view you in the spiritual realm. So I'm coming from this perspective. I know like a lot of people, they came from, I would say, like a worldly perspective, but this is just my take on it. Like, this is another piece of evidence that women are doing all of this and it's profiting them nothing. They're doing it in vain. Because most of the time you hear men, they're saying they want natural women. They don't want the wigs and the makeup. And the most of the guys that they go for those type of women, they're not seriously trying to settle down. The guys that you see that are looking at those Instagram-esque type of models and women with full faces of makeup, you better watch those type of guys, because you would be surprised what they are into. Artificialness will never trump organic that the Most High has created. Everything that the Most High Yah has created good, the enemy has sought to make it perverse. Okay, he wants to change it up because he can't create anything like Abba Yah. Abba Yah created your hair to grow up and to the Shamayim, to the heavens, like a tree, to extract energy, to be able to kind of be your antenna to feel and discern. The enemy said, no, you need to fry that so that it's going down in a downward motion. Okay, so you got to think about it even that from that perspective. Like, your hair was growing up. When you go up, that's upliftment, upward mobility. The enemy is telling you, no, you need to fry it, dye it, and put it to the side. Fry your antenna so that I can deceive you further. That's really what is going on with that. Like, everything that's opposite of you, he's telling you to do to swindle you out of your blessings. And women are going on due to vanity and not living up to their full potential because of this. It's not that men are scared. It's that Abba Yah, when you don't follow his rules and regulations, there's judgments and you will miss out on things that you're supposed to get because you're thinking, oh, my way is the way, but Abaya said this, and your husband could be like right in front of you but can't see you because you're participating in, you know, rituals unto other gods, and those gods are repelling your husband from you because you have on all this vanity, basically. A lot of women don't think it's that deep. It really is that deep. And literally, you have women asking this question, like, they're doing all of this. They're getting the BBLs. They're getting the makeup. They're getting the weave. And they still cannot get a man. And men are, I've seen men on videos, they've been very vocal. And they're literally repeating the same thing that I've been telling these women. But you'll have women that want to argue about the point. And it's kind of like you got to have self-reflection and think about how you're doing things in life. But yeah, that's just my many thoughts on this, guys. I'll see you guys soon on the next video. I'm going to be talking about a lady that regrets getting a BBL and the spiritual implications of that. And I'll see y'all soon in the next video.